Today, we will talk about the top 10 places to visit in China. Ever since the world first discovered China through the writings of adventurer Marco Polo more than 700 years ago, this large Asian country has come to be regarded as the embodiment of all that is mysterious and exotic. Even now, after decades of economic growth, this vast country has lost none of its fascinations. Indeed, the contrast between China's ancient customs and the new ultra-modern state that is developing has only increased the fascination with a culture that dates back many millennia. Discover fascinating, unusual, and adventurous things to do with our list of the top 10 places to visit in China. 1. The Great Wall of China. Nobody can be a true hero unless he has been on the Great Wall, goes the popular Chinese saying, one that clearly demonstrates the importance placed upon this unique ancient monument. The magnificent Great Wall of China, known in Chinese as Changqing or the Long Wall, stretches more than 6,000 kilometers from the fortresses of Shanhaiguan in the east all the way to Jiayuguan in the west, passing through Hebei, Tianjin, Beijing, where the best preserved sections of the wall can be visited: Inner Mongolia, Ningxia, and Gansu. 2. The Forbidden City and the Imperial Palace, Beijing. China's largest and most important building, the Forbidden City, Zijiancheng, also known as the Imperial Palace, is situated in the very heart of Beijing and is a must-see when visiting the country. Starting during the Yuan dynasty between 1271 to 1368, much of the complex seen today was built between 1406 and 1420. Really many splendid palaces in one. This sprawling complex was the residence of 24 Ming and Qing emperors, whose presence forbade the entry of anyone other than the imperial family and their courtesans. 3. The Terracotta Army, Xi'an. It was while digging wells on the outskirts of Xi'an in the 1970s that farmers stumbled across what was to be China's most important archaeological find, the Terracotta Army. Distributed over 3 large underground pits and built to guard the first emperor's tomb, the find included more than 8,000 life-size warriors, some 520 horses, and more than 100 chariots, along with numerous other non-military characters dating from around 280 BC. Although some were severely damaged due to the passing of time, many of the statues unearthed have been painstakingly reassembled and stand as a testament to the importance bestowed upon the emperor and the afterlife. 4. The Summer Palace, Beijing. An easy 15-kilometer commute from Beijing, the sumptuous Imperial Summer Palace, Yiheyun, is set amid more than 700 acres of beautiful parkland and is one of China's most visited attractions. While the palace itself was built in 1153, its large lake was added in the 14th century to enhance the imperial gardens. Highlights include the magnificent Hall of Benevolence and Longevity, Renshaodan, with its throne, and the beautiful Great Theater, a private 3-story structure built in 1891 to satisfy the imperial family's love of opera. 5. Cruising the Liyue River, Guilin. The town of Guilin, in the northeast corner of Guangxi, boasts some of China's most beautiful countryside and is famous for the Liyue River, which meanders through the town and surrounding karst mountains. While for hundreds of years, this unique scenery has attracted poets and artists and has been the subject of countless fairy tales and legends, these days it's popular with tourists from around the world wanting to see this natural splendor up close. 6. Chengdu Research Base of Giant Panda Breeding, Sichuan. No visit to China would be complete without at least one panda experience. While the country's top zoos boast many fine specimens of these fascinating creatures, the best place to see them in a close approximation to their natural habitat is at the excellent research base of giant panda breeding in Chengdu, located in the province of Sichuan. Here, you'll have the chance to watch as many as 80 pandas go about their daily routines, from foraging to playing in the facility's large park-like setting. 7. The Yangtze River and the Three Gorges. Known in China as Changjiang, Long River, the mighty Yangtze River extends more than 6,000 kilometers, making it the longest and most important river in China and the third longest in the world after the Amazon and the Nile. Flowing from Tibet in the west to Shanghai in the east, through 8 provinces, the Yangtze has, for more than 2,000 years, been China's major transportation route. Some 2,700 kilometers are navigable. Its vast catchment area, with its 700 tributaries, covers about 1/5 of the total area of the country and encompasses a quarter of the country's agricultural land. 8. The Classical Gardens of Suzhou, Jiangsu. Considered one of the world's most important historic gardens, hence their designation as a World Heritage Site, the Classical Gardens of Suzhou should rank highly on your China travel itinerary. Located in the historic city of Suzhou in Jiangsu Province, these magnificent gardens were established in the 11th century, at a time when the city was experiencing unprecedented growth, and were among some 270 or more gardens planted here. Of the surviving restored gardens, the most famous is the delightful Garden of Lingering, a 7-acre site laid out in 1800 on the site of a park originally created during the Ming Dynasty. One of the most famous garden complexes in China. 9. The Potala Palace, Tibet. Another of China's most recognizable historic structures is the magnificent Potala Palace in the town of Lhasa, Tibet. Constructed as a fortress and residence for the Dalai Lama, it was for centuries a center of political and religious power and contains many of the religion's most important treasures. The first of the 2 Potala palaces, the Red Palace, was built in the 17th century and contains the complex's most important shrines. 10. Shanghai's Promenade, the Bund. A remarkable act of smart city planning and preservation can be seen in Shanghai's splendid riverside promenade, the Zhongshanlu, perhaps better known as the Bund Weiten. As you stroll this wide pedestrian zone along the Huangpujiang River, you'll almost forget you're bang smack in the middle of China's largest city. Shanghai's population exceeds 24 million people. Famous for its European feel, a fact owed to the district's past as the location of the city's international settlement, the Bund is popular for its 52 preserved English and French-influenced buildings, many now restaurants, cafes, stores, and art galleries. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.